And so tell me more about when you first deployed, when you first got over there. What was your first impression of, you get off the plane, I'm assuming, and you get hit with this giant heat wave, and you got to acclimate to your time there.
We got there in the middle of the night, so it wasn't too bad. It was probably like, oh man,
Deserts get cold at night.
It was almost my 21st birthday. I definitely remember we weren't even we were in Kuwait when, I think we were in Kuwait. No, we were in Iraq, but we were still in there's multiple kind of hubs / bases that you go to en route to wherever you're going to end up. Taji was one of them. And I think we were in Balad, my first deployment, and it was days before my 21st birthday. And we get there, it's nighttime, it's very dark, and it's 70, 80 degrees. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
But LSA Anaconda was also nicknamed Mortaritaville. And
Joy.
The thing is that the likelihood of you ever getting a mortar on to Anaconda was probably impossible.
Okay.
It wasn't going to happen. They had first of all, they had that, I think it was called the C-RAM.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was called. The automated radar, it would fire 100,000 rounds a second or something like that.
Yeah.
And
I know on ships they usually have a C-Wiz. It's a similar type of thing.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
So that worked very well. And you'd hear that off in the distance. It was crazy. You just hear this, and you would see a pillar of tracers go into the sky. It was pretty amazing. But on top of that, the actual meat of LSA Anaconda, the built up portion, was in the middle, and then there was such a buffer between, you'd probably have to launch a mortar on a almost flat angle to even get it close. But and they had FA surrounding, they had paladins and all that shit.
So nobody was trying to fuck around, really.
No, but you would hear the mortar alarm go off all the time. I remember getting there and within a few hours, we're just sitting on the ground, on our bags, just waiting to basically get processed into this temporary housing spot.
Yeah.
And just the alarm goes off. We all got to get up and get into all these concrete bunkers, just concrete squares.
Oh yeah.
That were tilted on their side, and you just got in there.
You just hung out, waited.
Waited for the alarm to stop.
Yeah. How long of a process was that? Was it pretty quick, or you hear the alarm and then it's a half hour until everybody gets to go back? And
that was probably 5-10 minutes.
Okay,
wasn't too bad.
Not too bad. It definitely fucks up the flow of the system, though.
Yeah, you're trying to get in
process.
Something.
Yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah,
something that should take 2 hours could take all day.
Yeah,
that sounds fun. I remember. I was maybe talking to another guest we had, our buddy Brian. He was at this base somewhere, and it might have been Afghanistan. But he showed us this thing where there's in the center of it was a big soccer pitch, and around it was all these stores and restaurants and all this shit. And it kind of blew my mind to see KFC and Taco Bell and all that shit. Did you guys have that stuff at your bases?
In Balad, 100%. Yeah. LSA Anaconda. That one had Pizza Hut, Domino's, a nice PX, and
does it taste the same?
I mean, honestly,
might as well.
Yeah.
It's probably all floating in from stateside anyways.
And you're in Iraq. You're just happy to have those creature comforts.
Yeah.
They had Subway.
Eat fresh, bro.
Yeah, right. It was a very weird dynamic.
Yeah. A little bit of Taste of the West in the middle of the desert, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yep.
Some kid right out of Pacific Northwest, and all of a sudden, here I am.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep. Very
Man.
weird.
Does it fuck with people after a while? Or do you just kind of get used to it?
You just get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it becomes like early on, like your mind's doing a lot of racing, and you're like,
Where
wow,
the fuck am
I'm
I?
here.
Yeah.
Like I'm in Iraq, and then give it like a few weeks, and then it just starts to feel like you're at work again, because honestly, like the politics all come into play again, and then
You're
you're
just
like
doing the army thing again.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're doing all your bullshit PT and
Mm-hmm. Inspections.
doing patrols.
Yeah.
And like it's just
So talk me through like a typical, I don't know, did you guys have liberty at some point, like throughout the week? Were you kind of like on a, you're standing by to be put on patrols for 3-4 days, and then you have like a day stand down, and what was the routine like in any given like week?
oh well, my first deployment I went to that FA unit, and we were basically handling comms for the FA unit.
So you were on their schedule.
Yeah. And well, our team was separate from them. We were in the same building as them, but running their comms from like a separate office.
Oh, okay.
And then I volunteered to get outside the wire and go with those guys, go with the FA guys, which is weird having field artillery guys doing dismounted patrols. It's weird. But
So that's just ground pounding. You're just walking in a unit, and
yeah, we would basically one of the sergeants in charge, he was doing a lot of like human stuff, just like
human intel.
yeah, like building relationships with locals and getting information. And so he had a lot of like informants who would like give him information, and then we would go execute based on the information we were given. Like for instance, we would go and
Look for caches.
look for weapons caches
Yeah.
and stuff like that, and then blow it up, which was
Yeah, that's the artillery side.
decently fun.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no, that actually wasn't the FA guys. That you have to call Air Force EOD and bring those guys in.
Oh, okay.
So you'd call them, you'd set up a 300-meter perimeter, and then they would come in and dress up the cache, and
Kind of get it all together so that you can.
yeah, they put it all together. Man, we had like 2 of those big like oxygen tanks, and then I think we found 6 to 8 40-millimeter mortars, a couple like 60-millimeter mortars, a whole bunch of like rocket propellant. So it was just like a cylinder of propellant that went in like the end of a rocket, and then the det cord, the det plates, and everything. And we just put everything in a pile, and then Air Force EOD comes in, and they dress that shit up like a Thanksgiving Day turkey.
Yeah.
They're just slapping C4 on that thing,
Let's go.
and then hook up their primer, I think, to that, and then run it 300 meters down the road, and
Boom.
which really was not that far, because like I have like literally like a nick in my boot from that day when we blew, like they gave me, that was my first patrol with
Oh shit.
with those guys, and like my buddy Manuel Quintel, the guy that I went to high school with, like hands me the blasting cap. I think it was a blasting cap. It was like this like brown or OD green plastic cylinder that had like a key ring on the end of it, and you twisted and pulled, and you felt it snap. Like I felt it like pop in my hand. I felt like a hot pop in my hand, and that sent the
Shit.
signal.
It's just like a little primer charge that goes
Yep.
pop, and then
And it just went boom.
boom.
Man, it made a crater like basically the size of like the area we're in right now.
Oh, wow.
About this big around, and then probably 6 feet deep.
Dude.
And we did it right in the middle of the orchard, so there was like 12 trees that were just, I don't know where they went.
They might have
disappeared.
Yeah, they might have just disintegrated.
They were completely gone. Like, it was a magic trick for sure.
Shit. How long were you there before you volunteered for this type of patrolling and shit?
Um,
And how'd that work? Did they just come into the mess hall one day? Hey, we're looking for volunteers to do this.
no, I asked.
Okay.
I was like,
I want to do
I
something.
gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah.
So, I remember talking to, his name was Smoke Maynard. Smoke is an E7 in field artillery.
Oh, okay.
He's still a sergeant first class,
Mhm.
but they are all referred to as like Smoke, and then whatever their last name is.
I love the military.
Yeah,
That's the way that shit works.
yeah. Smoke Maynard that dude was a fucking savage.
Nice.
And then I talked to him and Sergeant August. He was an E6, another really rad dude. And I was like, "Hey, like, take me with you." So.
And that's how that goes?
Yeah, within a few weeks, they had scheduled me for my first patrol. And
There you go. I mean, do you get some kind of like TAD orders or something like that, or is it just as quick as, you know, yeah, oh yeah, you're going with them today?
100%. It's just
Yeah.
like,
They just make it work.
hey, like, because we still had a schedule for our comms operations,
Mm-hmm.
so we had a set schedule. So it just had to be on a day that I wasn't doing comms. And then,
Shit.
And then
Extracurriculars.
They're like, let's go.
Let's
I was
fucking
like,
go.
Sweet.
Pressure just feels too much.